I've used the OnePlus 7T as my primary phone for about a week now, and now that the OnePlus 7T Pro is also out, I think it is as good a time as any to come out with my full review of the OnePlus 7T. So is this T version worth the 38,000 rupee asking price? Let's find out. Hey guys, Ash here from C4eTech, and if you do end up liking what you see in this video, please don't forget to turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon. Let's now get started. Okay, first let's start with what impressed me the most with the OnePlus 7T. That's gotta be the display. Now when the OnePlus 7 and the 7 Pro launched earlier this year, the 7 Pro was the only one to get a 90Hz panel. The 7 had to make do with a regular 60Hz panel. But this time, with the 7T, OnePlus have gone Fluid AMOLED. This gets that 90Hz smoothness. Now this panel here, it's beautiful. The AMOLED makes for inky blacks, and that refresh rate makes everything feel, for the lack of a better term, fluid. Even regular mundane day-to-day stuff feels nice. This is probably the best T upgrade OnePlus has ever offered. The stereo speakers have also been improved. The speaker up top's gotten big enough that OnePlus has had to move the slot to the bottom. The audio output is pretty loud, so this display coupled with that audio, it makes for an excellent media experience. It's not just videos, even with gaming, the other improvement, you know the one I'm talking about, right? The chip inside, the OnePlus 7T comes with a Snapdragon 855 Plus chip. So CPU-wise, this is supposed to be 15% faster. GPU-wise, it's clocked 10% higher. But you're not really gonna notice any of this because there's just absolutely nothing out there that's gonna make the 855, or for that matter, even the 845 stutter. So on paper, the 855 Plus is better, so you can feel good about owning that. But in reality, owning this, it's more in the mind, it's future-proofing more than anything else that you can see instant gains with. That said, gaming was excellent on the 7T because coming from the 7, we're now gaming on a 90Hz panel, and games that support 90Hz, they looked and played very well. XDA has an exhaustive list of titles that support high refresh rates. So if you own a OnePlus 7T or 7 Pro or even a Razer phone or ROG, do check out this list. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. Talking about gaming, that's the Fanatic mode that helps improving the game experience. And on the other end of the spectrum, you do have Zen mode that helps you avoid playing around with your phone, using the phone for a long period of time. And with the Zen mode, it now gets a few extra features. The home screen, it's also more customizable. There's the ability to tinker around with icons. There are a lot more functions that are baked in now. This is Oxygen OS 10 that's built on top of Android 10. So of course, the Android 10 features like permission changes and all are present here. The old OnePlus navigation gestures, they are gone. Instead, they are replaced with the Android 10 gestures. The user experience here is really good. Everything felt fast and snappy. By the way, it's also worth noting that the display, it's larger now. 6.55 inches, but it doesn't really feel all that bigger, compared to the 6.41 inch OnePlus 7 panel, since the width, it's about the same. It's the aspect ratio that's changed. It's gone from 19.5 by 9 to 20 by 9. The water drop notch, it is also smaller. So the combination of the smaller notch and the taller aspect ratio, that means despite the bezels not really changing, OnePlus have managed to achieve a higher screen-to-body ratio. The OnePlus 7T, like I said, it's about as wide as its predecessor, it's even as thick as the 7, but it's just a bit taller and 8 grams heavier. Not that I ever noticed that increase in weight, because in hand it felt very similar. The 8-gram increase in weight, it can be attributed to the additional camera sensor or the increase in display size or battery capacity. Okay, probably not the battery capacity because it's not changed much. We have a 100 milliamp hour increase in capacity now, it's 3800 mAh, but the battery life, I feel it's kinda gone down from the OnePlus 7. Given the 90Hz panel, that's something we did expect, but what took me by surprise was that even at 60Hz, I felt the 7T performed worse than the OnePlus 7. Now with my OnePlus 7, I'd usually end my days with like 30 to 40% left. Here I was finding myself ending my days of similar use with around 20 to 30-ish% left in the tank. Make that 20%-ish if I was running the phone at 90 Hz. But this is moderate to heavy use, and if you need to top up the new Warp Charge 30T, it can help you go from 0 to a whopping 70% in just 30 minutes. And that's pretty insane, right? Now, as far as the build, we have the display covered by Corning's Gorilla Glass 6 and the back by 3D Gorilla Glass 5. This frosted glass back, this color is called Glacier Blue. It's a lighter shade than the Nebula. I like it. I feel it's quite nice to look at, the circular camera cutout. It's something I found unique and refreshing in the unboxing video, but you guys were quick to point out that Moto's been using this for a while. And yes, you guys were right. But that doesn't really take away from the fact that it does feel fresh on a flagship. I like the design change. I think OnePlus has done good. So what else? Still no headphone jack, that's a bummer. No wireless charging, no IP rating, but we do still get day-to-day water resistance for what it's worth. Circling back to the camera, no pun intended, we've got a triple camera setup now. The primary is still that 48 megapixel Sony IMX 586, but this time it comes with the same lens as the OnePlus 7 Pro and the 7T Pro. An optically stabilized f1.6. The results it produces are also pretty similar. There's a lot of detail in these images, they are crisp, there's excellent dynamic range, the images are pretty sharp too. Under low light, Nightscape does its thing. OnePlus have worked hard on this one. The performance is excellent, the 7T shines here. There's little noise and the images, they are well exposed and they manage to look great. Nightscape is also available for the second sensor. This one, it's a 16 megapixel f2.2 and ultra-wide. It comes with a 117-degree field of view and it does reasonably well under low light. That said, where it really shines is under good lighting conditions. It produces colors that are pretty similar to what the primary camera does, and that's good. Of course, there's a lot of detail comparatively, and that is something to be expected. OnePlus, they've also managed to get macro photography here, and that unlocks another perspective. It's okay-ish, there's a bit of shutter lag when shooting macro. I did manage to get some good shots like this. The third sensor is a 12 megapixel f2.2. This gets us 2x optical zoom, and unlike the telephoto on the 7 Pro and the 7T Pro, this lens does not have optical stabilization. But it seems to do a decent job. The colors are a little off when compared to the primary and the wide angle, but it's okay.
Hey guys, Haris here from C4E Tech. As you guys would have checked our Instagram post, Ash is in Dubai for the weekend, and we had to finish this review by this weekend, but we actually kind of messed up the footage Ash shot for us. So the crew called in for the help and I came to save the day. So you can see this is a 4K 60 FPS footage, and it's not electronically stabilized, it's optically stabilized. The details are really good, and it's sunny here, and I think the dynamic range is also really good. So OnePlus has done a pretty good job here, and if you need more stable shot than this, you can use the super steady mode. We'll switch to that in. This is the super steady mode. It's a 1080p video, and as you can see, it's really smooth. It looks like someone is following me with a gimbal and shooting this right now. So but this there's a little hidden details in it, but it's still pretty sharp. With 1080p 30 fps video, we get to choose change the lenses while we are recording. So we get the wide angle lens. Okay, wait, this is embarrassing, so let's switch back to normal. And we also have the 2x optical zoom in here. Okay, don't zoom into my face. So yeah.
As for selfies, the 16 megapixel IMX 471, it's got a f2 lens, and I am really tired of talking about this sensor. We've seen it on so many phones, and I'm sure by now you guys know what I'm gonna say by heart, so I'm not gonna repeat myself. It's okay, you know what I'm gonna say, so I'm just gonna show you the samples and be done with it. So overall, from an optics perspective, the OnePlus 7T seems to be a solid step forward. It's a much needed upgrade over the OnePlus 7, given almost every phone in this segment comes with some kind of non-depth sensor secondary. OnePlus couldn't just afford to lag behind, and the OnePlus 7T kind of helps level that playing field. And also with the OnePlus 7, given the split up, OnePlus had to drop the price of the 7 to keep public opinion positive. And the 7T marks the prices returning to pre-OnePlus 7 levels. The OnePlus 7T starts at 38,000 rupees. Now that said, the OnePlus 7T's base variant, or rather the OnePlus 7's base variant, it was 6128. The base variant here is 8128, and that's 2 extra gigs of RAM. But that's not really going to do anything. I said the same in the A70s video the other day, and it's still not doing anything here. 6 gigs of RAM is good enough, 8 gigs, 10 gigs, 12 gigs. They aren't really bringing anything new to the table. On the Android side of things, there's not really much you can do with the extra RAM today. But the extra camera sensors, the faster chip, faster charging, and more importantly, that 90Hz panel, now that's really worth that increased price tag, in my humble opinion. I feel the OnePlus 7T, it's worth that 38,000 rupee price tag. Even at that price, I feel it's a good deal. If a stockish Android interface is what you want, with rapid fast charging and the fastest chip in the market today with excellent cameras, then the OnePlus 7T is still an excellent option, increased price and all. So that's my 2 cents. Do you agree with what I've had to say in this video? What are your thoughts? What do you think about this phone? Is there something else in this segment that you would rather consider? A certain gaming phone? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to see a full comparison? Again, let me know. And with that, we get to the end of this video. Thumbs up, thumbs down based on whatever you felt about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications by hitting that bell icon if you haven't yet. Thanks a lot for watching. Till next time, my name's Ash. You've been watching C4 eTech, and I'm signing off for now. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.